We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Welcome to the Irish NFL show on the Believe Network, as always in association with our partners in Quinbet. I am Craig Rigden, and I'm delighted to be joined this evening by Los Angeles Chargers offensive lineman and 2026 second round draft pick, Jake Slaughter. Jake, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking about yourself.
Yep, all good here. I'm going to kind of get straight into it and start by talking about your time at Florida.
Cool.
You entered as a 3-star recruit. You finish as a 3-year starter, first team All-American, second team All-American, first team All-SEC, Rington Award finalist, 2-time team captain as well. So quite the extensive list. What part of that journey do you think shaped you the most heading into the NFL?
Man, I think that I was lucky to have great coaches and, like great mentors, great mentorship all around me my whole career, my whole life, really. I credit a lot to my family, my old man in particular, when it comes to football. But, man, I've been so blessed to go do what I love and, just be with guys that I care about.
When I was looking up your time at Florida, I noticed that there was a lot of charity work that you guys did as part of the Gators. How much did that mean to give back to the community as you spent those years at Florida?
Yeah, it was really cool to me. I'm a local guy at Gainesville, where I went to school at the University of Florida. So it meant a lot to be able to give back. I loved going to work with Scott Bryan. He was a Bryan Builders. He sponsored a bunch of projects with Habitat for Humanity. So we got to go learn a little skill here and there and go help people build a home in the community. So it meant a lot.
And obviously, as you just said, local lad as well. So going to Florida must have been pretty special for you.
Yeah, it was all I ever wanted growing up.
We previously interviewed your teammate, Joe Alt, in the summer of 24 after he was selected 5th in that draft. How much have you been able to kind of get some of the insight from him or advice on how to make that jump from the college game to the league?
No, Joe's been great. I think all the vets in the room been great to myself and all the other young guys coming in. Super willing to help, super willing to give input. This, not that, and just a little stuff, man. I've been really blessed going to a good room like we have here.
Is there anything that's kind of taken you by surprise, or is there anything that's felt comfortable as you've gone into the room?
I can't say anything by surprise because you expect it to be the most intense, super fast version of football you've ever felt. But no, it's been great. Like I said, the vets in the room been great to us. Coach has been great to us. Just working to get better every day.
Speaking of coach, obviously Jim Harbaugh is known for building everything from the kind of trenches out. How excited are you to be part of that identity with him?
No, I'm super excited. I remember I sat down and met with him at the combine, and just the way he approaches football and the way he views it as far as it being a trench game. And he truly does. He lives by it. He pops into our meetings every now and again. That's the head coach sitting on an offensive line meeting. So it means a lot to play for a guy who values us the way he does.
And then you've got Mike McDonald, obviously new offensive coordinator for the Chargers this year. He is a man who values athleticism in his offensive linemen. And I think you have that in abundance. How has it been with Coach McDonald?
Coach McDaniel?
McDaniel, sorry, yes.
Yep. No, it's been great. Everybody sees the route concepts and what he can do to manipulate defenses, and nobody really understands how creative and how well thought out all the run game stuff is. Getting the checkers where he wants them, and it's been really unique and really neat for me to learn.
He's a unique personality as well, isn't he?
For sure. Yeah.
OTAs have been going on since last week. Obviously, you would have been part of the rookie mini camps as well. You got a few more sessions of OTAs over the next kind of 8 days, I think it is. I noticed you've been playing both center and guard, and obviously, like I said, you played 3 years at center. I don't know how much guard experience you would have had in practice, but obviously the game it was mostly at center. How's that switch been?
Yeah, it's been good. I think, it was pretty understood from the start, come in and, go get ready to play some guards. So that was an adjustment for me. And, I'm trying to take it one day at a time and get better and, try to get better at playing center as well and just be ready wherever the team needs me to help us go win.
Does it take is that kind of a lot of difference between playing the two positions? And obviously with the center, you've obviously got the snap. With the guard, it's more about blocking straight off the bat. But is it something that you can easily seamlessly kind of drift between?
Yeah, I wouldn't call anything easy in the game of football, but no, there's a lot of carryover. There's some differences in footwork, differences in space and timing that everybody works through. But no, it's been very good. I'm happy I get to cross train.
Yeah, absolutely, and gives you another opportunity to obviously keep progressing through and another string to your bow. Versatility seems to be the best kind of availability these days, doesn't it?
No doubt.
Awesome. If you do get to play center, obviously that means that you get to have the opportunity to snap to one Justin Herbert. What kind of excites you about getting to play with him, and how, as a rookie, do you kind of approach trying to build a chemistry with someone who is established like him?
No, and he showed up and everybody's head turned. You know what I mean? He carries himself. He's a leader. He communicates at a high level. So it's one of those things that you want to do everything in your power to make sure that you're not going to let that guy down. And that's where I'm at with it.
Awesome. And then kind of we kind of touched on it a little bit with what you had done with Jim at the combine, but just walk me through the draft process from your perspective, because obviously it's very different for every single player depending on whether you're there on night 1 or night 2 or going into day 3 there. How do you kind of set everything up for yourself so you have did you have all the family and everything with you
on the day of the draft?
Yeah, on the day that you got the call.
Yeah, no, it was we just had a little small deal. It was mom, dad, my fiance, my little sister was there. I mean, we wanted it to be just us. It was a special day, and it was nice. Some of my buddies come over after the pick came in. Some family and close family friends came by. It was a special night for us.
And did you get the sense that it would be the Chargers, or was there another team that you thought might be interested at that point?
No, I'll be honest with you. I had all but ruled out the Chargers. So Tyler Biadasz, who's obviously a center on the team here, they signed him not long after the combine. And, my agent and I kind of laughed, said, my agent represents Tyler as well. So he said, "Hey, buddy, the Chargers are out." And I said, "Yes, sir, I figured that much." So it was very much a shock. But, yeah, I can't be more thankful that I got to come to a place like this and learn from the guys in the room, learn from these coaches.
And what's it like when you get that phone call and then you've got Jim Harbaugh talking to you straight away, obviously welcoming you to the team? Like, what's that feeling after putting in the amount of years of graft that you then put in to then finally get that validation that, okay, this is the start?
No, it was a pretty unreal feeling, but I think what you said there, this is the start. It's not like the job's over by any means. The job's just getting started. So, it was exciting. There's a lot that goes into that. And no, I'm just excited for the next chapter.
Awesome. I'm just going to kind of wrap things up, just going back to look at OTAs. Obviously, it's now been a few weeks since you've been in the league and you've been able to kind of get the grasp of how everything works. How do you kind of balance trying to learn as much as you can? Because this is going to be a brand new playbook to you, brand new team. Everything is kind of coming at you 100 miles an hour. How do you kind of step back and kind of, look over everything and try and ground yourself?
No, I think everybody kind of has their own approach. There's definitely an element of this is your job and you're expected to perform and go do what you're supposed to. So that comes first. If you don't know what to do, it doesn't matter if you know how to do it. So finding the right mix of knowing the scheme, proper technique, and time to work on proper technique. But no, man, like I thank the good Lord every day. I get to go play football, and I get to do this for a job right now. How lucky, how fortunate, and how blessed am I that I get to do this. So yeah, I think I'm grounded because I have a great family, and I thank God every day. This is what I get to do.
Fantastic. Jake, I wish you the best for the season upcoming and obviously for the next few weeks with the Chargers. Thank you so much for joining us on the Irish NFL show.
Yeah, well, thank you, my friend. We're gonna get you a new pennant, not pendant, pennant for back behind you. We can work on that.
I wasn't going to touch on it. Right.
We can get you some orange and blue or something to hang up back there. Maybe just a gator head. I don't know. We'll see.
Sounds good, Jake. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yep. Thank you, my friend. Take care.
Thank you.